This is gonna make the biggest non-toxic difference in our everyday lives. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive, but we're gonna make some big changes today. Hi there, I'm Alexandrabeuter, and today's video is one so many of you have asked me for years. I have a lot of non-toxic viewers, and I think for a lot of us who aren't currently living and focusing on a non-toxic lifestyle, it can just sound really overwhelming and time-consuming. You feel like you have to do all this research and you don't know where to start, so don't worry, I did the research for you. I'm gonna share tons of tips, tricks, and ideas throughout this video that you can do to easily make your home and your lifestyle a lot more non-toxic than it currently is. I'm not saying that we're gonna be perfect, because I certainly am not. I don't expect that from you guys either, but there actually are a lot of changes you can make in your everyday life to make yourself and your family a lot healthier. So I hope that you enjoy this, and let's get started. Alright, so I wanted to take you guys shopping with me while I was looking for products for this video, and I wanted to test out some products that we DIY, or I should say some solutions we DIY, and also some store-bought products, because I feel like a combination of both is the most realistic for most of my viewers. Now, one good generic rule is the less ingredients, the better, but I also found an app that's really helpful, and it gives you a pretty clear score of how healthy or how unhealthy a product is. So I'll share that with you in just a second. We have all of our cleaning solutions, so now let's get a new pan. This is something I hear non-toxic people talk about all the time. They should be cooking in stainless. That first price range or price sticker was a little bit of a shocker, over $100. I was just touching those security tags because, you know, it just shows you that not everything is super affordable when it comes to being non-toxic. So I wanted to find a really affordable one, and I also wanted to point out these black plastic, or really any plastic spatulas. Those are not good, you guys. So if you are using those, definitely consider switching. And while I was shopping, I pulled up the EWG app. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of that. Essentially, it rates products across a bunch of different categories, even skincare. For today, obviously, I was looking at the cleaning products, and it will give them an overall score, so you know how healthy or how unhealthy they are. So I wanted to try some store-bought products because I think that's extremely practical for a lot of people, but also I wanted to make some of my own. And the first one that we're gonna test out is by Method. It's a heavy-duty degreaser. I thought this would be really great on our stovetop. It gets so dirty, and I know that's just a really common problem for a lot of people who cook, or essentially everybody. And then I've never heard of this brand, but it has a lot of TikToks going around about it right now. And the brand is Mason and Muse. This might be an exclusive Target brand. They have a lot of different products. I bought the bathroom one today. So they have a countertop one, a kitchen one, a multi-purpose, but I'm interested to see how well this works, because, you know, some people feel like the non-toxic products just don't work as well, but we're gonna test that theory today. For the dishwasher, I did buy these by 7th Generation. It's their detergent packs. This was a little bit pricey. I think it was around $15 or $16. And I do think it's interesting with non-toxic products. Some of them are very expensive, or a lot more expensive than a traditional product, and some of them are not. For example, this baking soda, this big bag of baking soda, this was about $3.50. And then I would not buy lemons solely for cleaning. I think a lot of people wouldn't, but if you are someone who likes to use lemons while you are cooking or baking, save them and use this as a scrubber with your baking soda. It honestly works amazing. I've done that before, and I'm trying to get in the habit of doing it again. Now I wanted to try a Method product specifically because they are known for generally having healthier products. I'm not going to say it's completely clean. We can see those ingredient lists, but it definitely is an improvement to those like white powder products that are really harsh and abrasive, and I don't want to be breathing those in. So let's test this one out. Now the biggest problem with toxins is obviously them getting into your body and your bloodstream. So whether you are cleaning with a traditional product or a non-toxic one, regardless, it's just a really good habit to get into wearing rubber gloves regularly when you are cleaning. Whenever I don't wear them in my videos, you guys always remind me, and you are absolutely right. The main reason I say even if a product is non-toxic, you should still wear gloves is just because something's non-toxic doesn't mean it's good for you to absorb into your skin, especially in large amounts. So wearing them regardless is just a great way to go. Now I really wanted to put these products to the test, so I did not let it sit on this stainless surface. I just sprayed and started scrubbing and wiping, and you guys could see that before. There's definitely a lot of mess going on here. So already, I think you can tell it's definitely working, and I'm so excited about this because I know it's just such a healthier product than the vast majority of what I've been using. After clips are coming right up. I cannot wait to show you all up close. First though, I wanted to spray the grates. Now I told you that stainless surface, the stovetop, I was going to scrub immediately, but these, they need a little extra TLC, so let's let these wait a minute. And the verdict is in. I'm honestly very impressed with this, and I will tell you, typically when I clean a surface like this, I'm using a harsher product. It's a lot more fumey. I feel like I need the fan on, which we all know is not great to be ingesting into your lungs. So no fumes whatsoever with this. It works really well. The surface here is so shiny and sparkly. I am going to soak the grates for a little bit, so we will check on those later. But all in all, highly recommend. Definitely a much healthier product than I've used in the past. So I'm gonna stick with this. So at this point, I feel like most of us know that traditional laundry detergent actually has a lot of chemicals and toxins in it, hormone disruptors, just stuff that we do not need on our clothes, transferring onto our skin. So I have been using Earth Breeze for a while now. I've shared them before, and I really like this brand. They're on a mission to improve the environment and improve the products that you use. And Earth Breeze laundry sheets are free from harsh chemicals, optical brighteners, dyes, parabens, preservatives. They're really easy to work with. Full load is just a full sheet, half a load, half a sheet. I feel so much better knowing I'm not exposing my family to unnecessary chemicals. Honestly, these are just such a no-brainer. They also come in a paper sleeve, so they don't use excess packaging. They're just, I know if I'm using Earth Breeze, I'm doing something great for the environment and my family. So if you also want a gentler clean, switch to Earth Breeze. Right now, you can get 40% off with your subscription. Just click the link below or the QR code on screen. This next one's going to be a little bit hard for me, but I'm committed to trying it and trying to make it work. And this is super relevant to almost every single person watching this video. Most of us at home, we cook with pots and pans that have a non-stick coating on them. And while that coating is non-stick, it is fine. But once that coating starts to break, you are just leaching chemicals into your food. And that is not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your family. That's how I feel about it. So I'm trying something new. And before I show you what I'm switching to, I want to show you guys what I'm currently using because most of us have this setup. So these are the caraway pans. I love them so much. It's a little messy down here, but I know you guys, see the idea. And what I use the most is the largest saute pan. So I was telling you guys about the seals breaking. It definitely has broken on the largest one because it's not very non-stick anymore. Same with this one. And what I'm testing out instead is a traditional stainless steel saute pan. So there's no non-stick coating, no chemicals are going to be leaching into our food on a daily basis, which really makes me feel so good. And I know there's a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to a traditional stainless. You have to wait for it to heat up before you put anything in it, put an oil down, that way it turns into a non-stick, a little bit of work, but I'm confident I can figure it out and I'm sure you guys can do the same. And this was $24.99. So I took you guys shopping with me. There were some really expensive stainless steel pans, like over $100. And at HomeGoods, I was surprised to see that, but I found an affordable one and you guys can too. And one more cooking change. I have always known that those black plastic or really any plastic cooking utensils are not great, especially because they are gonna melt when you are, trying to dice up those meats and whatnot and flip things in your saute pan. And they just have a lot of chemicals in them in the first place. So I don't buy those, but I have been using these silicone ones. And I also know that this isn't super great either. So what I'm trying to do is switch to these wooden ones as much as I can. And it really depends. I feel like not all wooden cooking utensils are created equally. Some of the really cheap ones have a plastic coating on them that comes off when you are cooking. So you want something a little bit nicer, I guess, is honestly just the easiest way to explain it. And I know I will use these all the time. So this one, first and foremost, they don't have a coating on them. This one has a flat edge, and what I saute the most is a ground meat. So that's why I wanted this, because I have plastic spatulas for that right now. And then this spoon also has somewhat of a flat edge. So I feel like I can use these both for what I cook for or what I cook the most often. And that's how I recommend all of you think too. What do you make the most? Let's start there and then we'll work our way up. One last item I actually wanted to mention before we move into our next category is this air fryer. I switched to this air fryer a couple of months ago because it's just such a healthier option. I used to have a traditional one with a coating on the inside. I knew it was not healthy, and this one I feel so much better about. It's all stainless on the inside, so it's much healthier for you, much healthier for your family, and because we use it so much, I know it makes a difference. So if you need one, love this, I will link it below. And how could I do a video like this without giving you guys some good deep cleaning motivation? Next, we're gonna test out this product and see how well it works. What really sold me is it says Ultimate Clean Effective on soap scum. And sort of like the stovetop in the kitchen, I told you I typically use harsh products full of chemicals because they work well, and that is the same for the bathroom. So I have high hopes. I'm gonna show you some before and afters, and we will see if this can keep up with those chemical cleaners. Now, when it comes to showers, I always let any product I'm using sit for a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna do the same with this one. And while I was looking it up and trying to figure out how healthy it is, I actually searched on TikTok too. I couldn't find a whole lot on EWG, but I saw a lot of TikTok influencers sharing it, recommending it, saying it has a lot of really good ingredients. and that it's a lot more clean than traditional products, which is exactly what we're trying to do here. So that really sold me on it. And like I said before, they have a whole line of products. So I definitely want to try out the other ones too, but I've never seen a more natural product specifically for bathrooms. I feel like it's always a multi-surface cleaner. So that really intrigued me here. I'm scrubbing everything with the Scrub Daddy top to bottom, and I'm really excited to show you how well it works. Alright y'all, I used it on the doors, on the floor, on the walls, so the verdict is in. Let me tell you what I think. And can I tell you, I'm very impressed with this, you guys. I think it looks really clean in here, and even this little stopper is shiny. So all in all, obviously this is not a completely natural product by any means, but it's much healthier than a lot of what I've been using. And we are talking about progress over perfection in this video. So really impressed. I will be buying it again. I want to try their other products too. All right, y'all, and we are back to the kitchen. We have some concoctions to make together. So much of non-toxic cleaning is step-by-step making your own product. So we're gonna start trying that out, but first, I wanted to share the dishwasher product I'm going to be trying out with you guys. So it's by 7th Generation. This brand has been around for, I would say, at least 5 or so years. I've been hearing about them. They have a lot of different products, and I wanted to specifically try out a dishwasher product because with little kids, or with a little kid in my case, we have so many silicone tops and, you know, his containers for lunches and whatnot. And I do worry about the harsh chemicals of a traditional product in those over time starting to build up and whatnot. So one interesting thing, I did notice that those pods were a lot more yellow than a traditional pod, probably because there's no bleach in it, but we have used them for, I would say, 4 or 5 days at least now, and honestly they've been working great. The only con is they are a little more expensive than a traditional product. Now you can see I am scrubbing these grates, rinsing them off, really wiping them, I should say. I'm not doing a ton of scrubbing. I'm using a microfiber towel to fully saturate them, rinse them, and then try and get them as dry as possible before we add them back onto the stovetop. I would say there's a significant improvement. I've never been able to find a product that truly makes them look brand new, but you know, it's definitely a significant improvement. I'm still impressed with how these look too. All right, now let's DIY, and I wanted to share something, or a couple of ideas, I should say, that are so easy. Anybody can do it. You don't need a bunch of stuff. So first and foremost, how to clean your sink. I am just adding in baking soda sparingly onto the sink surface. I'm going to cut a lemon. Now, obviously, in the real world, I would prefer to use it first for food and then the remnant of the lemon for scrubbing, but we're going to use both today. And the acid from the lemon has a little bit of a reaction with the baking soda, starts getting things going and fizzing, and then I am scrubbing. And I have to tell you, I am seriously so stunned by how well this works. I really don't think this is my first time ever doing this. I feel like I've done it in a video before. It's slowly coming back to me, but guys, seriously, like that whole big bag of baking soda was $3.50. So that is significantly less than the vast majority of household products, especially the regular products with all of the chemicals in them. And it's gonna last me forever. I just used a couple spoonfuls scrubbing with my lemon, and the after of this, it's gonna blind you, so put your sunglasses on. Next up is a spray bottle recipe for you. So first, get a glass spray bottle. You can use distilled water, but if you're going to go through it really quickly like I do, then just feel free to use tap water. I'm using some vinegar, baking soda. There will be a reaction, of course, so first put in the baking soda, slowly add the vinegar, and I like to do, honestly, about 50-50 of the water and the vinegar. Some people like to do less. Yes, it does have a smell and a scent to it, but after it has fully dried on the surface that's being cleaned, you do not smell it. I promise you that. You can add essential oils as well if you have them. Just be careful about the ingredients. They're not all created equal, but this is an easy recipe anybody can put together, and all of the ingredients are super inexpensive. So you can see I use this on that mirror behind me. It looks great. In the past, I have used water and vinegar without the baking soda, and it still worked great, but I was excited to see that the baking soda did not leave a white cast. I was using the rest of this to dust our banister. It's white, as you can see. It shows dust pretty easily, and it worked really well to just spray the microfiber towel with our solution here, then wipe everything top to bottom. It was sparkling and gleaming, a project I've wanted to do for a while. Honestly, I just haven't had the chance, and I'm happy to report it looks great. And the stairs are looking great. I wanted to head back upstairs to put all of the products back in my shower now that it has completely dried. And I also wanted to wipe down the surface of my vanity. So let's tackle that next with our same cleaning solution. And by now, I think you guys are seeing the pattern here. These non-toxic products or lower tox products are working so well around the house, and I'm just very excited about this. I'm excited to try something new. I'm excited to share something new with you guys. And remember, just aim for improvement over perfection. It makes literally anything in life that you want to try so much more attainable and a lot more enjoyable and less stressful. All the pros and not so many cons. So I hope I've encouraged some of you guys to try out this solution or try out the products I've shared, or even similar products. Just see how it goes around your home when you use less toxins, and especially the cooking. How many of you guys are going to get a stainless steel pan? Let me know how that works for you too. And that is everything for probably my first non-toxic video ever. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope I shared some easy, attainable ideas that are not super time consuming, but will definitely make a difference in your everyday life. If that's the case, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you would like to see next in the comments down below. And I will see you guys right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye.